Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOURFRINDS and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now. Let's talk about what's brewing in the NFL, especially for our beloved Washington Commanders. The offseason has been intense, filled with strategic moves, draft surprises, and plenty of rumors that are starting to shape the team's future. And if you've been paying close attention, you've probably picked up on the fact that the Commanders aren't just sitting still. No, they're actively upgrading, reshaping their roster with a clear eye on competing at the highest level in the upcoming season. You see, this offseason, Washington has been pretty aggressive in adding key pieces to their offense. They made some significant moves that signal their intention to be a real force on that side of the ball. Veterans like Laremy Tunsil and Deebo Samuel have joined the fold, bringing not only talent but also experience and leadership that can make a real difference in tight games. Tunsil, one of the best offensive linemen in the league, is expected to solidify that critical left tackle position, giving quarterback Sam Howell more time and protection to unleash his full potential. Meanwhile, Deebo Samuel's versatility as a wide receiver and running back adds a new dimension to the Commanders' offense, allowing them to be unpredictable and explosive. But the moves don't stop there. The draft brought in promising talent like Josh Kennerly Jr., a solid offensive tackle with the potential to develop into a cornerstone. Jalen Lane, a speedy wide receiver who could become a real deep threat, and Jackery Krosky-Merritt, a versatile rookie with explosive speed and playmaking ability. These draft picks are strategic, filling gaps and adding depth, which is crucial for a team with playoff aspirations. On paper, the offense looks well-rounded and ready to take a big step forward, especially in the backfield. With a combination of Austin Ekeler, one of the most explosive dual-threat backs in the league, Brian Robinson Jr., who showed flashes of brilliance last season, Jeremy McNichols, a versatile veteran, and rookie Krosky-Merritt, the Commanders are assembling a formidable running game. But what's truly intriguing is that the front office isn't just resting on their laurels. According to NFL insider Jeremy Fowler, Washington could still be in the mix for one of the biggest free agent targets this offseason, Nick Chubb. Yes, the same Nick Chubb who's been one of the most reliable and explosive running backs in the league for years. Fowler mentioned on ESPN Cleveland Radio that he doesn't expect Chubb to return to the Cleveland Browns, barring some unforeseen surprise or injury. And that's huge news because Chubb, despite his injury history last season, remains a top-tier talent. Now, let's clarify a bit about Chubb's situation. The guy suffered a pretty severe knee injury in Week 2 of the 2023 season, which sidelined him for a good chunk of the year. Then to make things even more complicated, he broke his foot in Week 15, limiting him to just 8 games in 2024. The Browns released him earlier this offseason, signaling that they're ready to move on, but Chubb is still rehabbing and staying in shape, waiting for the right opportunity. Fowler pointed out that Chubb is in a kind of wait-and-see mode, surveying the landscape of the NFL, seeing which teams might have a need for him and whether they're willing to meet his demands. And the fact that Washington is on that list is no coincidence. The Commanders are obviously looking to bolster their running back room, and adding someone like Chubb could be a game changer. Imagine a backfield with Ekeler, Robinson, and Chubb, truly a nightmare for defenses. It would give Howell an incredible weapon in the running game and open up the passing game even more, giving the offense a new level of unpredictability. But let's pause here for a moment. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal, because the potential signing of Nick Chubb isn't just about adding a talented player to the roster. It's about signaling the team's serious intent to contend, to push for a deep playoff run, and maybe, just maybe, to finally make that leap into Super Bowl contention. The Commanders have been building steadily over the past few seasons, and now with these strategic additions and the possibility of snagging a top-tier free agent like Chubb, they're positioning themselves as a team to watch in 2025. And it's not just about the roster moves. The team's coaching staff, led by head coach Ron Rivera, has been emphasizing a culture of resilience, discipline, and adaptability. Rivera has been known for his leadership style, turning around teams and instilling a mentality of grit. Last season was a step forward, but fans know that to truly challenge the NFC giants, like the Eagles, 49ers, or Cowboys, Washington needs to elevate their game across all phases. The offensive line improvements, the addition of explosive playmakers, and the potential signing of a power back like Chubb all fit into that bigger picture of building a balanced, explosive team. Looking at the bigger picture, the NFC East is shaping up to be one of the most competitive divisions in recent memory. The Eagles, reigning NFC champions, are loaded on both sides of the ball, with Jalen Hurts continuing to develop into one of the league's top quarterbacks. The Cowboys have a formidable defense and an offense that can strike from anywhere, while the Giants are rebuilding but still dangerous with Daniel Jones and young talent around him. So every move the Commanders make this offseason has to be calculated, strategic, and aimed at closing the gap and eventually taking the division crown. And speaking of the division, the rivalry with the Dallas Cowboys remains one of the most intense in the league. Every time these teams meet, it's a battle of wills, a test of grit and resilience. Last season, Washington showed flashes of brilliance but also moments of inconsistency that cost them in close games. Improving the offensive line, adding more explosive weapons, and potentially bringing in a veteran like Chubb could be the missing pieces that turn those close losses into wins. Now, let's talk about the quarterback situation, because that's always a hot topic among fans. Sam Howell showed a lot of promise last season, with flashes of potential that had everyone excited for what's to come. But the NFL is a league of consistency, and adding proven veteran talent or even a star like Chubb could take the offense to a whole new level. Howell's development is key, but having a strong supporting cast, especially in the backfield, can make all the difference. Remember, in the NFL, a quarterback isn't just about throwing passes, it's about having confidence in your offensive line, your playmakers, and your running game. The Commanders are clearly focusing on all these aspects. And let's not forget about the defensive side of the ball, because as fans, we know that championship teams are built on both sides of the ball. The defense last season showed improvement, but they still need to be more consistent, especially against the run and in critical moments. The draft picks and offseason acquisitions are aimed at creating more depth and versatility on defense, but a balanced team is what truly wins championships. The NFC East's offensive juggernauts mean Washington must be stout on defense while maintaining explosive firepower on offense. As we look ahead to training camp, the preseason, and the season itself, the excitement is palpable. Fans are eager to see how these new pieces fit into the puzzle, how Howell progresses, and whether the team can finally punch through to the playoffs and beyond. The NFC East is wide open, and with the right moves, Washington has a real shot at not just competing but dominating. The potential signing of Nick Chubb, the depth added through the draft, and the renewed focus on team culture all point to a team that's ready to take the next step. Now, of course, it's all about execution. The offseason hype is great, but the real test comes when the games start and every play counts. Players need to stay healthy, coaches need to keep pushing the right buttons, and the front office needs to keep making smart decisions. But if all those pieces come together, we could be looking at a very exciting season for Washington Commanders fans. A season where hope turns into reality, where the team finally makes a deep playoff push and maybe, just maybe, gets back to the Super Bowl stage after years of hard work and patience. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on all these offseason moves? Do you believe the team is finally ready to contend for a championship? Would you love to see Nick Chubb in those burgundy and gold colors? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more insights, and all the latest Washington Commanders news. So stay tuned, keep the passion alive, and let's keep writing this journey together. Because at the end of the day, we're all part of this Commanders family, and the best is yet to come.